Hey everyone, Mr. Kaczynski here, working on Skill 2 in this video from IXL's 8th grade math section T, doing some area. Start off with the basics here, and then we'll move on to more difficult problems, kind of as always. So we got a rectangle, and we're just being asked its area. The area of a rectangle is base times height. So the base of this rectangle is 10 meters and the height is 5 meters. So that would be 50 square meters or 50 meters squared. Don't worry, IXL puts the unit measure in there. You just have to type the 50. Next logical step here to be doing area anyway would be to work on a triangle. A triangle is half of a rectangle basically. So 1/2 base times height. And in this case, the base is 6, the height is 4. So if this was a full rectangle, it would have or maybe a parallelogram, it would have an area of 24. We're going to do half of that, which is 12 square inches or inches squared. And what about a trapezoid? Well, the area of a trapezoid, which has one pair of parallel lines, is 1/2 the sum of the bases times the height. So the bases are the two parallel lines, the 3 and the 5. So we'll do 1/2 the 3 plus the 5 times the height, which is that 4. All right, or 1/2 of 8 times 4. Well, 8 times 4 is 32, and half of that is 16. So 16 square yards is the area of this trapezoid. All right, so we've gone through some basic just find area of 3 different shapes. Now let's work backwards. We're given area, and we have to find a missing dimension. All right, well, the area of a parallelogram is base times height. It's just kind of like a slanted rectangle. All right, so in this case, our area is 60. Our base is an unknown value named t, and our height is 10. So all we have to do is divide both sides by 10. 60 divided by 10 is 6. And we'll know that that missing dimension is 6 inches. So t is 6 inches. First time we've seen a square here. It's got an area of 9. What is its side length? Well, we need to know that the area of a square is just you take its side length, because it's the same on every side, and you square it. Hence the name square. So we know its area, and we're trying to figure out its side length. So what number squared equals 9? Or you can take the square root of both sides of this equation, and it ends up being 3. 3 yards. All right, so 3 squared is 9, and that's why the side length of that square is 3. Now we have a triangle. We're given that its area is 84 feet, and we're also, or 84 square feet, and we're given that its height is 16 feet. So what is its length of its base? Okay, remember, area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So we have an area of 84. The base we don't know, and the height is 16. All right, well, let's simplify that right side a little bit. Let's do half of 16. That would be 8. So 8b. And then we can divide both sides by that 8, and we get 10.5 for the base. So the base is 10.5 feet. So 1/2 times 10.5 times 16 would be 84 square feet. All right, and this is my final example, and I wanted to do one more with a trapezoid. It seems to give people the most problems. Remember, area of a trapezoid which has one pair of parallel lines, is 1/2 the sum of the bases times the height. In this case, we're given the area. It's an ugly decimal. We're given one of the bases, and we're given the other base. Okay. So not too bad this time. Oops. So we'll put in the area here, 695.52 square yards equals 1/2 the sum of the bases, and we know the bases are 25.9 and 15.5. All right, and we're trying to figure out that height. So first thing to solve this equation, let's add those bases. So 25.9 plus 15.5, that's 41.4. And then let's take half of that sum. So 41.4 divided by 2, or half of it, is 20.7. And then all we have to do to solve this equation is divide both sides by 20.7. So 695.52 divided by 20.7 is 33.6. So the height is 33.6 yards. A lot of steps in that one. A little bit tougher if they would have given us the base and maybe only one of the, or the height and only one of the bases as well. So that's how you find area or work backwards given area to find missing dimensions on two-dimensional shapes. Good luck, and give me a like and let me know how it goes in the comments.